And 6 months later, and a family's fight for justice continues. On February 23rd, 25-year-old Ahmaud Arbery was going for a run. Two men said they thought Arbery was a burglar. They chased Arbery for 7 minutes before shooting and killing him. More than 2 months passed before video of Arbery's death surfaced. That video ignited protest and put the spotlight on Brunswick, Georgia. Arrest followed shortly after the video went viral and state investigators took over the case. Today, Arbery's family is still fighting for justice. On your side's Troy Kless reports tonight from Brunswick.
Who we run with?
Protests.
No justice, no peace.
And peace. It's quiet in the neighborhood where Ahmaud Arbery was killed 6 months ago. Arbery's dad pictured here months after his son's death.
Even though we're wearing masks, you can notice the pain in their eyes.
Anita Collins organized I Ride Beside Maud, a 2.23-mile bicycle ride in Arbery's memory on Sunday. Collins thinks the shooting is inspiring change to combat systemic racism in this community and others.
Ahmaud Arbery's murder has served as a catalyst for so many people across all ages, across all races, across all ethnicities to come together and say this is not right.
Family says Ahmaud Arbery went running. Video shows him going into a home in Satilla Shores on February 23rd. The two men, who now say they thought he was a burglar, chased him for several minutes and later admitted to killing him, according to investigators. 74 days passed. Video of Arbery's death was then posted online. Days later, Greg McMichael and Travis McMichael were arrested, as was William Roddy Bryan, who recorded the video. All three are in jail facing felony murder charges awaiting trial. But Collins thinks more can be done. She says that fighting racism must continue. She hopes her youth bicycling group in Brunswick can be supportive of the Arbery family when it's needed.
And it will not end, because how do you bring back the pain that they really feel as a family? The only way we can do that as a community and as a cycling organization is to be as supportive as we can. 6 months, 8 months, 12 months, however many months it takes to try to help make changes in our community.
A town still healing from its wounds. Troy Kless, First Coast News, on your side.